And welcome everyone to another channeling with Starseed Lø Lø. I am Michael, and let's see who's coming in today.
Thank you for having me, Michael. Hi, everyone. I'm Laura, aka Starseed Lø Lø.
Are we ready? And do we have someone ready to come in?
Yeah, I think they're ready.
So, welcome to who's coming in.
The Lyrians are with us.
Welcome.
Thank you. We are different than the Blue Lyrians. We are by the Vega star system, also known as a Lyrian constellation with the star of Vega. We are not the normal Blue Lyrians she is used to. We are more of a gray color with a lion head.
Well, we welcome your wisdom.
We feel questions about the moon from your collective.
Yes, we do have many questions about what our moon actually is.
Like anything, it's part of consciousness, part of the all, and its own entity and energy. It was placed there upon the destruction of Atlantis, Gaia, Tiamat as a whole, and Mars. On the dark side of the moon, there are multiple bases of different alien races who have helped to maintain the moon and have also helped to place it as consciousness. What is your question?
My question is, first off, since Atlantis was destroyed or sank, you say the moon was put into place. Was Atlantis a balancing point that's why they needed to move the moon in when it disappeared?
Atlantis is just a small part of Gaia. However, there are many souls and soul families who are in Atlantis and Lemuria on the other side of Gaia. The destruction affected the whole earth. As science has said, that the oceans have gone flooded over 100 feet. This is the whole Earth of Gaia. However, our focus is mostly Atlantis, as she was in Atlantis, as well as yourself. The destruction was caused by a reptilian faction from off-planet who went through a portal at Mars and bombed Mars, Tiamat, and Gaia. The signature of bombs are still on Mars. You're welcome.
With the bombs being there, is this why our dark programs operate on Mars?
Yes, in part. The SSP, the Secret Space Program. And we are not speaking about Space Force. Space Force and NASA are a cover. The true SSP has used portals and technology that they've gained in trade with the Greys and Mantis beings.
As we discover more about the moon and its purpose is fully disclosed, will that also bring about awareness of where Mu or Lemuria and Atlantis are, or will those remain hidden?
We would just like to make a comment. If anyone has any questions, please direct them toward Michael Kopf here on his channel. If you can let the audience know the name of your YouTube channel, please.
Thank you. Yes. If you put your questions in all caps, I will be sure to bring them up and ask them.
Lemuria is in the Pacific Rim of the volcano area, and it is literally a hotbed of energy, much like Mount Shasta and other ley lines. The ley lines have concentrated energy in Gaia. There will be more star seeds and empaths who channel about Lemuria. At one point, the high technology in Atlantis and the nature-like town or cities in Lemuria had their own factions of wars. That was prior to the Great Destruction.
Am I correct in feeling the moon was coming into play with the moon, and that there were colonies already there that traded with Atlantis?
Colonies there could not exist during the time Atlantis because the moon was placed there after it was destroyed. You are feeling the energy of Tiamat.
So Tiamat was not actually destroyed and turned into our what do they call it? Asteroid belt. It's our moon is Tiamat.
Fractals of both. It is both the asteroid belt and elements that make up the moon, 238,000 miles away.
So if Tiamat was a planet that existed and they hit it with something and it rang like a bell, is that the harmonic frequency of the planet that came and we misunderstood what we heard? And does the Earth also ring like a bell, or was that something else that they hit on the surface?
The ring like a bell is said to be the current moon. Tiamat was fully destroyed. It did not ring. It did have humans and ETs living on it that did trade with Gaia openly via portals and sometimes space craft, consciousness controlled.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have hybrids here on our planet to assist us in gaining awareness of who we are and what we are?
Yes, they use cloaking devices as shapeshifters. Therefore, they appear fully human, even though they are not.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anything we can do to assist them in their missions here?
Raise your consciousness, raise your frequency. Your perception is your reality. You're a portal. Therefore, your version of Gaia is your own, based on your beliefs, thoughts, and a frequency. You can shift to the dimension you prefer by living your highest passion, moment to moment, to keep your frequency high. You are channeling your energy as a human experience with multiple collectives of other realities and multidimensionality and infinite realities. However, your perspective point is in this version of Gaia. Releasing this information is amazing and beautiful to us, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. I will do my best, and I am sure our listeners will do their best to assist you.
You're welcome. We would like to mention we eat synthetic meat grown with all the nutrients we need and our own lab replicators. There is no such thing as hunger. It has been eradicated millennia ago since we have replicator technology. That is yet to come at your version of Gaia in less than 100 years, in Spanish 100.
So, since you have a different version of time than we do, I presume, What do you foresee? Anything that we need to be aware of in this coming, what we call year of 365 days?
It is actually more accurate to say 360. However, we understand the Julian calendar. That will also be going away in the next 30 to 50 years with a more accurate moon cycle type calendar. Frequencies, energies, and realities can always change and always do. Therefore, you might as well choose the one which you prefer. These timelines are just faint estimations based on this everlasting moment.
Thank you. I do have an interesting question for you. We are entering what in a cultural timeline calls the year of the flaming horse or fire horse. Does your culture follow those type of astrological energies, and do you have a similar energy like that you guys go through every year?
We do know of the year of the horse. However, since our infinite realities, there's no way to really pinpoint a minuscule portion of astrology. Therefore, we have no use of it, since we use consciousness controlled chips based on the speed of thought and frequential hertz or coordinates.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
With all the bases on the dark side of the moon, do you see us having like a cultural embassy or colony, as we would term, on the bright side of the moon?
In harmony with the dark side?
Yes.
2030 to 2040s in this moment, projected with open contact and open bases on the moon and Antarctica and under the Gaia Plaza. Giza Plateau, excuse us. There are bases, however, they're underground and closed.
I'm curious if you have been watching us, if cultures that we have deemed have disappeared, like, for example, Tartaria, or others like Lemuria, have they been destroyed, or did they simply go underground or to inner Earth to escape what was happening to the surface?
Some of the Lemurians have gone to inner Earth, although it wasn't a lot of them. Mount Shasta, Grand Canyon, the ant people helped them. Insectoids. However, most of them on the surface were destroyed with Atlantis. there has always been inner Earth Gaia beings, including Gaia reptoids or reptilians and insectoids, a different version of grays, and a lot more.
We recently...
Sasquatch.
Oh.
We're sorry, but Sasquatch wants us to say Sasquatch as well.
Thank you. I wanted to ask, we recently had a being here pass on or transition on to another plane or existence, and he was a big proponent of what we call the ancient astronaut theory, where ETs have been living with us and influencing us for centuries. Was he accurate, or was he just meant to open our minds and make us think about it?
That theory is not a theory because it's fact. And what they speak of are the Anunnaki, who became us, the Lyrians, the Pleiadians, and many more species. Those version of Anunnakis are no longer around because they have morphed into us. A lot of the facts that are spoken about in this ancient alien, von Daniken ancient alien theory are facts that have been hidden by archaeologists and the cabal to avoid using free energy again, like in the time of Atlantis and Lemuria.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Tartaria was post-Atlantean time. In the modern day, Siberia through Asia, before it was frozen over.
Are you part of the groups that are bringing our awareness to Antarctica and what's going on in Antarctica?
We have been at times. We work through our counterparts, such as yourself and Laura, to bring about this information to the masses that choose to listen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are getting close to time. Do you have a message that you want to deliver to Laura, myself, or the collective that we haven't shared yet?
Yes. There is no such thing as a victimhood or being a victim or a victim of circumstances. You make your reality. You are your creator. There is no judgment. Energy just is. It is neutral to neutral positive. Anything in your compass that does not feel good is something you should not do or say or be. Your reality is relative and malleable. to what you love. It's that simple. You want to be in the fifth dimension? Raise your frequency. Your world, meaning you individually, as a walk-in portal, will adjust.
Thank you. So we don't need to have, as everybody puts it, the mass collective behind us. We can do it individually.
Yes. Your reality is relative to you, first and foremost. Everything else is more matrix.
And I just have one last quick question for you. Well, I view will be quick. I hope it will be. Is do you see with the awareness of the secret space program and the bases on the moon becoming more public knowledge now that these will be shifted from dark programs to light programs, or will they just dissolve and everybody be reset?
There is no such thing as dark. This is something that the perception of the receiver chooses to experience. It is dissolving because you are raising your frequency with a higher frequency. Even that illusion of darkness can no longer exist. On top of the infinite universes raising its frequency. Therefore, it is up to you if you want to have a dark experience or have it melt away.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We bless you and thank you for coming and sharing your wisdom and awareness with us. And if it is all right with you, we would ask if it's all right that Laura returns.
Yes. We love you all unconditionally. Thank you. Until next time.
Thank you, and love to you as well. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. And
yes, thank you. And I'm going to shamelessly plug Laura will be on The Energy That Surrounds Us tonight at 9 o'clock. So if you want to hear about her story and some insight into what's going on, be sure to come and check back in a few hours and we will be live again. So looking forward to it.
Me too. See you then.
All right. Good night, or good afternoon, everyone.
Bye.